Anime has no shortage of absolute crash outs. And just so we're all on the same page of what a crash out is, it's a person who, despite what the outcome may be, chaos is all that matters. Damn the consequences, you gotta go. And if your grandma's in the vicinity, she gotta go too. Now, of course, Kid Buu is an obvious example of this. He went to heaven to beat the hell out of people. There was never any words, just laughter and kaboom. But he's far from the only crash out in Dragon Ball. Vegeta in the Saiyan saga needed a therapist. At this point in his life, you could have exchanged his scouter for a shiesty and it would have made no difference. Looking past the fact that his reaction to his friend being paralyzed was to send him to King Yama the expressway, when it came to him fighting Goku, in a fight that he wasn't even close to losing, mind you, in peak YN fashion, his response to getting hit clean just one time immediately ups the Gallic gun, complete with a switch, and was prepared to blow up the planet, knowing damn well he can't breathe in space. The consequences for his actions ceased to exist as long as Kakarot existed. But trust me when I say that Dragon Ball is far from the only anime to host a cavalcade of crash outs. Gaara single-handedly elevated the crime rate in a city that he wasn't even from. He crushed people to death, not even knowing if they had anything on them that was even worth robbing. And anytime his brother and sister would try and talk him out of it, saying, "Hey yo, it's broad daylight, maybe you should just let it slide," his response, 9 times out of 10, was shut your bitch ass up, because anybody can get it. Another crash out from Naruto would definitely be Hidan, and I don't think I need to explain myself. This is a man who went to Sunday school with his grandma every single Sunday, and then did the most unholy of activities Monday through Saturday. The willingness to harm yourself for the sole purpose of harming others. Peak crash out activities. Kenpachi from Bleach is another one I don't need to explain. He's the type of person who would show up in the middle of a function and yell, "I'll slap everybody in here." And he meant it. He definitely meant it. Eren Yeager, in the most literal sense of the phrase, stomped out more than 2/3 of the planet, men, women, children, and somebody's grandma. Not only does this show a clear lack of care for the consequences, this man knew ahead of time what the consequences would be and said, "Fuck it, we ball." And those hands weren't just reserved for the other side. Anybody could truly get it, your best friend included. And finally, I think some people might disagree, but Luffy, definitely a crash out. Now, I haven't seen that much of One Piece, but from what I've seen, this man does not give a damn. You could be the president of an island, and touching you can cause an international incident. But if this man decides that you said something out of pocket and that you need to get punched in the face, guess what's happening that day? You are getting punched in the face by a man who breaks the law for a career. But as always, that's just my opinion. As always, I want to hear from you guys. Who's your favorite crash out in all of anime? Leave it in the comments, let me know.